We'll have to scramble to find childcare.
Everyone thinks this is bad things are going to happen.
We got to stop this from happening.
These are job-killing cuts.
Dang it, they need to get the job done.
Educators will be laid off.
40,000 teachers could lose their jobs.
These cuts will harm middle-class families. The uncertainty is already having an effect.
Both sides at fault here, folks. It's bipartisan fear-mongering. Nothing's going to change come Friday. In fact, get this, even with sequestration, Washington will still spend more this year, and every year going forward, there are simply no cuts, only smaller increases. Now, Greg, you've been worried about this all weekend.
Oh, I haven't slept a wink. By the way, I have a joke. What do you call tens of thousands of kids losing their Head Start services? A Head Start. Because they don't work. Isn't that true? That the Head Start studies show that Head Start doesn't help anybody. This is the most pointless debate since Tastes Great, Less Filling. We're arguing over pennies as our banks are essentially burning. It's like complaining that your dog has fleas while he has rabies. I have a chart, however, that I want to show you because they've been complaining that this is going to be the apocalypse. So this is what the White House believes will happen from sequestration. Domestic cats will grow 2 heads. No. It's true. The new head that is grown will hunger for human flesh. Yes. Fear of 2-headed carnivorous cats will force humans underground. Lastly, there will be a new Jim Carrey movie.
Okay, Dana, but it's both sides. Both sides. We saw John McCain. Both sides are saying if this sequestration goes into effect, bad things are going to happen.
Yeah, but remember when in the presidential debates, President Obama said sequestration, it will not happen. They put it forward as a way to get some leverage, to get something done in Washington. And I remember at the time Bob saying, oh, wait till this comes home to roost. And that's what's happening now.
That's a good impression
of him. Thank you. Of Bob?
Yes.
I worked on it all weekend. I'll do some more for you later. The thing that's amazing to me is the fear-mongering that goes so extreme all of a sudden. So it's $85 billion. It's not the way that you would want to cut $85 billion if you were doing this in a smart way. It's more like just a meat cleaver. But Secretary of Transportation Ray LaHood yesterday morning said the first thing that's going to have to go is air traffic controllers. It's going to disrupt all. And he's like, that can't possibly be the case at the Department of Transportation. That's the first and only thing they can come up with?
Do you believe Janet Napolitano, I think it was today, said if you're waiting 2 hours in line to come through security, you expect 4 hours or maybe 6 hours. Yeah. What? Nothing's changed.
Crazy.
We're not cutting.
That would be an improvement.
We're not cutting any spending. We're not cutting a penny in spending. $85 billion is off the increase that was going to happen.
Well, first of all, when you said this, we're still going to spend more money, that's true, but that's because entitlements grow with inflation, and they'll go up, and they were not touched in the sequestration. The problem with sequestration, the reason it is a big deal, is that it cuts everything across the board equally. So there will be fewer people at TSA. There will be fewer flights that are going to be able to be handled by air traffic controllers. There are serious situations here that needs to get dealt with. And these cowards don't have the ability to step up to the plate on either side.
There aren't fewer. Even if you use 2012 budget to pay 2013 expenses, you're still going to spend more. You'll have more to spend than 2012.
No, not in the cuts that are subjected to sequestration.
Kimberly, the year 2000 to 2012, the population increased by 11%. During that same period of time, the budget increased by 98%. We clearly have a spending problem.
Yeah, well, of course we have a spending problem, but, you know, President Panic would like us to believe otherwise. In order to get out of this, that we have to do more spending, that we're not going to even, he doesn't have the courage to cut any entitlements and take a real look at what the problem is here. He's saying spend more money, more stimulus, more hiring. He's got it completely wrong. He wants to follow the same steps back to, you know, Club Doom. That's what's going to happen. The same thing all over again. Doing the same thing over again, expecting a different result?
By the way, this has been happening over and over again. I keep feeling like this debate is
Groundhog Day?
Yeah, it's like a shiny toy that you give to a kid so he doesn't realize he's going to the doctor. The American public doesn't realize that they're going to this road to ruin with spending, or the road to Greece, as we always say, because we're too preoccupied dealing with
And
these little tiny fights.
It's filled with potholes.
Yes.
And the guardrails have come down.
That's
Yes.
right. And
It's also this, Washington plays Pac-Man like somebody that is very risk-averse, right? They're going around, they're eating the little dots. But what you really need to go for is the big fruit so that you can get the extra points.
That's
the
so
big
true.
fruit is the entitlement piece, and there isn't a plan for that. So they're basically just nibbling around the edges. And then guess what? We get to do in 1 month.
Yeah, but
we get to do another one of these debates because we have to fund the government because they don't have a budget in front of the
That's
Congress.
right, and there probably will come up with some patch here. But the fact of the matter is that when you talk about the increase in the budget, remember there was the entitlement programs increased the budget dramatically, and we had 2 wars in there. So let's not assume here that this is some big Democratic spending.
But they got
of a
the
whole lot of
tax
budget.
increases.
We got
no
more
wars.
patches now than a pirate ship.
That's for sure.
But Eric, why doesn't he give agency heads the discretion to make cuts where they
don't
can?
allow it. That's what the law doesn't
But no,
allow
the
it.
president.
Because
should
the
do
president,
it.
right? Because the president came up with an
Hello?
idea that if we go to sequestration, you won't have the choice of pick and choose where you want to make your cuts. It's just going to be across the board. Which
it's the president came up with.
finally, someone's going to do it. My problem is, I don't think they're going to do it. I think they're going to kick the can down the road, like you're saying.
Oh, that's a banned phrase.
Don't ever scare us again like that again. Don't ever ask us about spending again. We'll handle it from here. That's dangerous.